I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, people? How you doing? It is a great day, and I'm so very excited to be here today. Mentorship, being mentored, learning about the pitfalls, going up, going down, how to do this, how to do that. I mean, what not to do. These are all the things that I think if we learn this now, we can just avoid it all. Just avoid it all. Ooh, excuse me. Just avoid it all and not even have to go through it all. And that's what my next guest and I are going to be talking about today. Don't you go anywhere. We'll be right back. So today I have Dr. Baktari on the show, and I want to welcome him. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Oh, I love your last name. That's so cool. Where did that come from?
It's Persian. My parents immigrated here. I'm first generation immigrants, like a lot of people in the United States. So that's had an interesting background of being the child of first generation immigrants, and here we are.
Wow. That's so cool, though. I mean, people coming from different countries and actually experiencing, success and everything. So tell us about yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting in the sense that I just started off as a straight arrow, went to college, went to medical school, residency, fellowship, and then started practicing medicine. And then after that, I sort of evolved. I got involved in administrative medicine, got involved on committees, insurance companies, medical directorship for hospitals, and teaching in medical schools. And then eventually it evolved into, after having all those experiences, starting my own healthcare companies. So we started now 3 healthcare companies or health-related companies, and we've been doing that since 2009. And really, they're more than healthcare companies. They're technology companies that we, evolve technology to sort of reduce barrier for clients, patients, and for us. And so we've been forging forward to a cloud-based technology company that's related to healthcare. So that's what we've been doing the last 13, 14 years.
Wow. That sounds very technical. It just very technical. So how did you jump from one to the others, and why did you do that?
I think the why was probably because, once you've been striving to become get into medical school, then striving to get into residency, and then striving to get into fellowship, and striving to, become a partner in a group, it just seemed like the road shouldn't end. I mean, it just seemed like there should be more things to do. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't an epiphany. I didn't wake up one morning and say, oh, I want to do all this other stuff. It was always like, let me get on a committee, see what happens. You get on that committee and that thing opens up another door. It always seemed like whatever I did, one door opened another door. You didn't even know what the next door would be. But as long as, you went and said, okay, let me try to get involved in this. And then you got involved and somebody said, hey, have you ever thought about doing this? And so I want to say it was all planned, but what was planned is not to stop. That was the plan, not to stop. And to go and see what I liked. Did I really enjoy teaching? Did I really enjoy being a hospital administrator? Did I really enjoy being an administrator for insurance companies? And I was seeing patients simultaneously. And then eventually over the years, many years, I weaned off the clinical practice and focused more on that. And of course, all of that eventually led to us starting our own healthcare technology company. So it wasn't a light bulb. It wasn't an epiphany. It wasn't like one night I'm like, that's it. We're going to do this. It was, and I mentor people, like, you don't have to like get up one day, trash your old career and move into something else. You tiptoe into it, try it, dabble into it. If it calls to you, more opportunities will show itself up.
Yeah. I love the fact that you said that there was no like direction. It was just don't stop. And a lot of people don't realize that their next journey or their next thing that they're getting ready to do is in the one thing they're already in. What can you say about that? Because I have experienced all of what you said. Like, I would be here doing this or doing that, and all of a sudden somebody would come into a door and say, hey, have you ever thought about doing that? Come here. Let me show you.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, let me come in there. So, I mean, tell us about that.
Yeah, because I think a lot of people think that their career change or life path has to be premeditated and planned. Okay, like I'm quitting broadcasting and I'm going to become an author, or I'm going to quit being an author and I'm going to go and open up my own Airbnb. It doesn't have to be like that, and often those, from what I can see, can be pretty disastrous because you're just like jumping from one frying pan into another frying pan versus understanding and letting the direction evolve. Just like a good wine, just let it age and evolve, and you will know. You don't have to wake up one morning and say, that's it, I'm quitting my job and I'm going over there, because and yes, is it going to be hard for a brief period of time that you're going to have two things in your life? You're going to be broadcasting and you're going to be opening up a vineyard, whatever it is. Yes, yeah, for a while you'll have two hustles, and then what'll happen is you wind up kissing a lot of frogs, and you're like, oh, that didn't work. Okay, let me go kiss that frog. And I call it, and when I'm mentoring people, I said, you better be out there kissing frogs. Okay, you need to keep kissing frogs, because
Oh my
sooner or
gosh,
later,
that's scary.
Well,
let's stop for a second. A lot of people don't want to kiss these frogs. They avoid frogs at all costs. What what are the advantages for not avoiding these frogs? What is it that they're going to achieve, that even though it's scary, what is it that they're missing, that they're not doing by not kissing these frogs?
Well, what does the fairy tale tell us? You're kissing frogs and
a prince
or princess, right?
Or princess, yes.
Right. Well, that's your upside, right?
But
right?
what if they don't?
You got to kiss more frogs.
I don't know, man. I don't know. That's kind of scary.
Oh, hey, if it wasn't scary, everybody would be kissing frogs.
That's true. That's
right.
True. So, I mean, you kissed
frogs,
got right?
Oh yeah.
What was it like for you?
It was just like, okay, so you would try something, you're like, okay, that's not really for me, and because everything looks pretty shiny, glittery. Oh wow, let me see. I just listen. I just started a podcast, and next thing I'll have a zillion subscribers, maybe, but maybe not, or maybe you're gonna hate it, or maybe I'll. I once had a neighbor of mine, knock on my door, goes, "Hey, I'm going to start a limo company, and so easy. You lease all these cars, and then you make so much money." And I'm like, "Really? Is it just like that?" I'm like, "Okay." I said, "Why don't you go work for a limo company for 6 months, come back and tell me how easy that business is?" Because he made it sound, oh, you just lease 5 cars, and boom, next day you're rolling in dough. And
so how'd that go for him?
It didn't go well, because he did get a job, and he came back because, oh my gosh, what a horrible field. I mean, you got to get medallions, and the city doesn't give it to everybody, and it's all crooked. And I'm like, oh, what happened to your great idea? And had you invested yourself and gone in head first, then realize, OMG. So this whole idea of, everything looks shiny and easy, but once you get in the weeds, you're like, okay, now some people may want to open up a restaurant, but, some people maybe not want to work 18 hours a day for the first couple of years. They don't know that. They just see the glamour part of, oh, I'll have my restaurant, my friends will come. Nothing wrong with starting a restaurant, but you have to know if that's you. So go work in a restaurant for 3 months and see if you want to take that, right? Because everything looks shiny. Like, I always thought, like, having your own bar seems so glamorous, like thinking, oh, isn't it going to be cool? I'll tell my friends I have a bar, and they'll come, and I'll serve them drinks, and it'll be cool to have them. But then you realize what kind of work is involved in running a bar, right? You got to get inventory, you got to get a license, and then now that doesn't mean that won't be for you, but you just have to know that's for you. And so, yes, kissing frogs means. And by the way, if you exclude the first 20 things and then love your 21st thing, I would say that has a very higher likelihood that you'll be successful if you've tried 20 other things and then you fall in love with this and go, see, I can do it. I don't mind those hours. I don't mind that. I don't mind this. So it also, it's sort of like trying to find a perfect dress or a perfect suit. It's the first 20 that you say, OMG, or purse or whatever. But then it's only because you saw the bad ones that the good one stands out. You're like, you've been hunting for, a suit for like 2 weeks and you're like, nah. Then you're like, and instantly you just like, it just speaks to you, it just says, that's the suit I want, or that's the watch I want. That's the,
right.
And so it's similar to that because, or, maybe going on a bunch of dates and then you say, oh my gosh, this guy actually opens the door for me. And this guy actually, remembered my mother's name. And this guy, like, that's not, I haven't seen that before. So, to know what's for you, you have to know what isn't for you.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. That is so true. A lot of people want to jump into the health field. A lot of people want to jump into technology. A lot of people want to jump into a bunch of different things. What is it like for you? I mean, if we can get like a back door just to see inside a little bit, what would you tell people that your job and profession is?
In terms of being a doctor, that part is really an amazing kind of journey. I think it's a privilege to be in healthcare. Privilege, it's not a right, it's not a career, it's just a privilege. The amount of trust people put in their healthcare provider, is unlike anything else. I mean, there's no other career that a stranger would walk into your office and tell you very intimate things, or let them examine you or what have you. That the only reason they're doing that is because your field commands this aura of trust, and so you have to view that as a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like, oh, well, I'm in healthcare, so yeah, of course they should be telling me this stuff. No. It's a privilege. So that part is really fascinating. In terms of the mentoring, the administrative stuff, starting our own companies, that is just, it's probably the best roller coaster ride you could go on. I mean, it's got highs, it's got lows, but it's just fun.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people want to do what you're doing today. So tell me about your latest venture.
Our latest venture is, we just launched it. It's called enationaltesting.com. We've been in this space now for a long time, but this venture was really cool because this allows people in all 50 states to go on our website, and it's sort of like Amazon. Within a few clicks, you can order almost any blood test, allergy test, STD testing, and go usually within a mile of your house and get it done. No doctor's visit needed, because we have doctors in all 50 states that write the prescription. And then, the results come back to your portal. So no more, if you just want to just check your prostate, you want to get a women's health exam, health testing, I mean, we're just like 3 clicks away, and you get you get the paperwork, and you can just walk in, have it done, and the results come back to your portal. So we made it like Amazon, this whole idea of getting almost any kind of testing you would need, medical testing, blood testing that you would need, whether, let's say you're worried about some STD, you're worried about your cholesterol, you're worried about your prostate, you're worried about your women's health. We have a men's health package, a women's health package. We have drug testing if you're applying for a job, and, employer testing. So it's called enationaltesting.com. We just launched it a few weeks ago. We partnered up with thousands and thousands of labs across the country. So literally, you can just put in your zip code, find your location, and no appointment. You don't have to call. You don't have to, go through a whole phone system of press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You literally print your requisition, walk in, get your test, and you're done. We think that's just revolutionary. I mean,
I think so too. I think there's, okay, so there's certain people out there that are going through certain things in their lives, and their doctor told them whatever, pre-diabetes. Let's just put that, because that's a big one. Diabetes, diabetics, type 1, type 2, all that's really big. But pre-diabetes is kind of like the precursor to diabetes, right? So they're
Right.
trying to get their lives together. They get their sugar, they get the little thing, but they want to check up on maybe their kidneys or their prostate or whatever. Do they need to go to their regular doctor first and then come to you?
Well, first of all, there is no substitute for seeing your doctor. So that's
Right.
number one. You should see your doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Having said that, if in the meantime you want to do some screening, and if whatever results we give you, you're going to take to your doctor anyway.
Right.
So
Right.
this is simply if in between doctor visits you want to check, or you've never been to a doctor, and this could be the reason why you go, right? So you get the test.
Mm.
But yeah, we definitely don't want to be a substitute for seeing your doctor. We just want to provide that service so you can have access. A lot of times people, if it takes 3 months to see their doctor, or they don't have health insurance and they're avoiding it, we want to make it as easy as possible to get the information, and then of course take it to your doctor, and or collaborate with your healthcare provider. But we want to make sure that getting the test is easy as ordering something on Amazon.
I love that. I love that. There are so many people out there, like you said, that it takes 6 months to see their doctor. Sometimes they don't even go to the doctor once a year, but they're trying to work on their LDL, or they're trying to work on their blood pressure, or they're trying to work. So they're trying to figure out what's going on with their body. Getting the blood test is going to be amazing. So how does the process work?
Literally, you go to enationaltesting.com, you put in your zip code. It'll give you a choice of all the labs. Usually there's one in almost any major city within a mile away, even from where you're sitting. You pick the package that you want or the test that you want. You check out, and that's it. You get a requisition and you go.
Oh my gosh. And you get to get your own test results back to the portal.
Yes.
Like you get to see them. Like you don't have to wait to see the doctor.
No, we give you everything. Now, we will literally send you the results. So it's really
hold on. The reason why I say you don't have to wait for your doctor is because you go in, you get your tests done. Then your next appointment isn't for 2-3 months. So now all 2 or 3 months, you're sitting there. You could have been working on your LDL. You could have been working on your sugar. You could have been working on all these things because you didn't. But now because you don't know what's going on in your body at the immediate time that you need to know so that you can begin to work on your end first before you get to, 3 months to go to your doctor. These things can be prevented for 3 entire months, 2 entire months. This is why I'm saying that this is wonderful.
Yeah, it is wonderful, because what we have found is that if people have easy access to something, they're willing to do it. Think about fast food. Why do people like fast food? Yes, whatever. But main thing is, it's just you just drive through and you get it. If you put a lot of roadblocks between someone, getting something they want, why did Amazon take off? I mean, Amazon took off because you didn't have to keep putting your credit card information. You didn't have to go through, type in your address 1,000 times. And Amazon took off because, you want to buy a book, you want to buy a hammer, 3 clicks, and it's on your doorstep the next day.
That's right.
And so why can't healthcare be like that?
I think healthcare should be like that. So they pay in the portal. Do they have to pay when they get to the location?
No, they just pay. No, they pay in the portal. And by the way, we're super, super affordable. What we've done is really made it easy and affordable. And so they just go in, a couple of clicks. I mean, literally, if you want to see how affordable the pricing are, just when you get a chance, go to enationaltesting.com. Super affordable, super easy. Literally, we have a map of the United States. You put in your zip code, all the locations that are closest to you show up 2 miles away, 3 miles away, 1 mile away. You can pick the location you want to go to, and boom, you're there. Literally, I would venture to say any caller that's listening in any even major or even middle-sized city, there's probably a lab within a mile of where they're sitting.
Right. Do you guys go over the test with or explain it? Because sometimes, people maybe don't know what LDL is. They don't know, what, most of the stuff is on there. Do you go through it with them?
We come back with an explanation, but like, for example, if it needs attention, like they have an STD that's positive, then yes, one of our clinicians will reach out to them and go over it. So, but then there's also a full explanation of what it is too.
Oh, that is wonderful. I absolutely love the fact that it's so accessible. You know, just you can do it yourself. Not that you
Mhm.
can do it yourself, but that you can do this and look at it and say, okay, I know what the problem is. I'm going to go ahead and go to my doctor and we're going to figure this out. You know,
Right.
it's better that way because then you can say, well, I knew my cholesterol was high, but I see it going down now. And you feel good about that because you've been working so hard. But what if you didn't know that your LDL was high? And all of a sudden you get the test. And before you
Mhm.
go in 3 or 4 months, you can literally for 3 or 4 months be working on this.
Mhm.
And then by the time you get to your doctor 3 or 4
Mhm.
months later, it'll be going down. And you can actually do it again.
Right. Or sometimes we've had some patients who, because it was abnormal, they call their doctor and say, "Hey, I have this abnormal test," and the nurse is like, "Let's get you in."
That's
You know, and
it. See?
like, so if you can tell them, "Hey, I need to be seen this week because my cholesterol is high and this is the number," and a lot of times if they think it's just a routine visit, they'll say, "Yeah, we'll see you in 6, 8 weeks." But if you say, "No, I've got an issue,"
Mm,
often they will squeeze you in. And that's what we're hoping, that this allows people to make a reason, or that they won't go in at all. I mean, they didn't even know they're pre-diabetic, and all of a sudden they get a sugar that's 120.
right.
Okay, there's no more fooling myself. I got to go in.
Right, right, right. And that is actually, I wanted to say that's actually a fasting 120.
Yeah, well, actually, technically, and I don't want to like give
Is
medical
it?
advice generally,
If I'm
but
wrong, tell me now.
yeah, any blood test that's over 100
Mhm.
is probably a high likelihood that you're pre-diabetic, fasting or not. You shouldn't cross 100 for the most
Mhm.
part.
I
So
got you. Not
if
unless you're
you're
eating sugar.
no, no. Even if you've got a
Really?
normal, if you got a normal pancreas, you got if your body's doing what it's supposed to be, it's very unlikely that you will cross 100 with that with you if you're not pre-diabetic.
Wow, that is something that I didn't know. And you know, a lot of doctors don't tell you that.
Right.
They
So
just tell you,
but
"Oh, you're pre-diabetic." But why am I pre-diabetic?
well, yeah, I mean, there's a glucose tolerance test that we can do to confirm it, and which should be done. But yes, if you have any kind of sugar that's over 100, more than likely you're pre-diabetic. But you
Wow.
need to go in for further testing and
Right.
evaluation. So
But
yeah,
this is where this comes in.
right. So if you go in and whether it's fasting or not, and your sugar is 130, you have a problem.
Mm, mm.
And that needs to be addressed.
Definitely, because that can be damaging as well. I mean, wow, this is amazing. I love this. This is something that, people want to take control of their lives, and the first place that you should take control of your life is your life.
Right.
you know
Right.
and so to me it's like, okay, so if I have access to some place where I can get my testing done to see where I'm at, to see what have I been doing and what
Mhm.
can I improve on. And then, like you said, if it is a really bad result or something that's alarming or, a little bit kind of concerning, they can literally call their doctor, give them the numbers, and then they can get him probably, hopefully,
Right.
before 3 months from now.
Right. Or worst case scenario, go to an urgent care. I mean, just show them that number. They will know what to do. But yes, I think the
Mm-hmm.
question really is, I think people, especially right now with HMOs and, with people having high deductibles and, high copays, it's such a barrier. People come up, listen, I really don't have money for the copay. I really don't have money, for the deductible. Everything's going to be coming out of my pocket. Plus, I'm in a plan where I can't see a doctor for 3 months. Those are all, when you pile them all on, they're like, yeah, I'm sure everything's okay. Well, let's find out.
Yeah. Let's find out. This is amazing. Thank you so much for doing this. Why did you do this? Why was this something that you really wanted to do?
Well, again, it's probably from my experience of, working for hospitals, working for insurance companies, practicing medicine myself. You realize why can't we do this like Amazon? And that really always bugged me. The Amazon people are not smarter than healthcare people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're not, but well, they're doing it and we're not.
Right.
Right. And I mean, I really don't think those people that write software for Amazon, they're no smarter than people who write healthcare technology software. So why is it they can make it so easy to access, buying a shoe or a hammer, and we have to make it so complicated? And I know the answer. The answer, of course, is healthcare. There's too many stakeholders on any one purchase or one interaction. There's the insurance company, there's the HMO, there's pharmacy, there's the hospital. There's too many stakeholders. So it's not an easy transaction. So we just got rid of all those people. It's just, you're just the only person that matters, the way we looked at it.
I love it.
And not all these other people. We don't care about those other people necessarily in terms of you making the right decision.
That is amazing. That is amazing. And you know what? Thank you for teaching me something today. Not only have I learned that, just be in the room and just wait for the door to open. Kiss a lot of frogs.
Kiss a lot of frogs.
Kiss a lot of frogs and don't worry about it. Whatever frog turns into a prince, that's good, right?
Right. Yeah.
But not only that, I've learned that no matter what your insulin levels, if they go above 100, no matter if you're fasted or not, is pre-diabetic. You need to get that checked out.
More than likely. Yes.
More than likely. And it's like one of those things where, you just have to learn something every single time. But I also learned about your company and about how I feel now, like as if I am armed with something that I can actually do that will better my health.
Yes, you have to take control. This is the one thing doctors always tell you. At the end of the day, you and only you own your health.
Yes. I love that. And it puts it back in my corner. It puts it back in my corner. And I like it there. I like it there.
Right. Because who cares more about you than you?
I'm hoping that, you guys care about yourselves out there, and if you don't, please get somebody that can help you to learn, and to begin to understand how important you are to the entire world and to your family. Wow, doctor. So give us one more time, give us the link that we could go to actually go ahead and take control of our health ourselves.
Yeah, it's really simple. The letter E, so it's enationaltesting.com. So enationaltesting.com. The site is live, and you just put in your zip code, pick your test, and a couple more clicks, and you're ready to go.
That's wonderful. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the description box below so that you don't even have to worry about it. Just if it's not highlighted, just copy and paste that, or copy and right click, and then it'll just take you there. Or you can go ahead and click on it if it is highlighted, and take control of your health. I mean, there might be some things that you already know that you're struggling with, that if you did have that intermittent, testing going on, you can see if it's going up, what's working and what's not working. By the time you get to your doctor, and even if there is something alarming, that you can actually get to your doctor beforehand. So, that way we can literally be access to our health, to screen ourselves, to see if we should stop eating that McDonald's. Right. Why not? We need to get healthier, right? Why not go ahead and do this?
And this is one thing that most of us doctors know. Sometimes people, if they don't, once they get the negative feedback, the test result, the information, that is really one of the strongest impetus to change. As long, if they're doing what they're doing, but they're getting no feedback that eating all that McDonald's is hurting them. But once they see a cholesterol level, it's just the actual looking at it on paper where you can't deny it anymore. And for a lot of people, that's what it takes for them to finally make the change.
Right. And we need to make that change, guys. You have access now to your own health. Not that you don't need a doctor, but that you have that access so that you can see if you're going up or you're going down. You can really help yourself by knowing what's going on inside of your body. And that's amazing. I just absolutely love it. And, and you can be talking with your doctor, your healthcare professional, to help yourself to get even better. And then in the middle of that one, after you have that test, and after you have your doctor's appointment, you can go back a little bit and go back and see again, doing another test for yourself to see where you're at.
Am I making progress? Yeah.
Am I making progress? That is amazing. I absolutely love it. I just truly, truly love it. Truly, truly love it. And I was diagnosed with prediabetes because my whole family has diabetes. My grandmother and my great grandmother were born with diabetes. So they
Mm-hmm.
told me about, and I was just gestational, like when I was pregnant,
Just
right, I was
gestational.
diabetic. Yeah, I was diabetic. So they told me when you get older, you're probably going to be diabetic. So now
Mm,
I'm keeping my sugars between 70 and 100, and they're really right about there. I don't go over
perfect.
90 something
That's
during,
perfect.
anytime during the day. Now, I do cheat. I'm not gonna lie. And then when I do lately, when I used to cheat, it was okay. But now when I cheat, I get a headache. So I don't cheat anymore.
No, okay.
um as you get good at this, you know
Yeah.
and I have a meter that I take my blood every day.
Oh,
And
good for
so
you.
yeah, so this is something that's why I'm like, I love what you've done, because it puts it back. It's like, here, darling, here, this goes to you. That's yours.
Yes.
You go
You
ahead
own
and
it.
you do your testing, please.
Yes,
That
you
way
own
you
it.
can, yes, you
You
own it, and you get to see it.
yes.
You get
It's
to see
as
it.
it's as simple as Amazon.
It's wonderful. I love
Yes.
it. I love
Well,
it.
that
Thank
that
you.
was our goal. As you know, as a healthcare provider, we help people often individually, one by one. But one of the things we wanted to do is as a healthcare provider, that you can come up with something like this that can help many people
Mhm.
simultaneously, instead of just seeing one patient at a time, which of course has a lot of value. But then this idea, we can impact in healthcare people in a different way with higher numbers of people, hopefully.
Definitely. And you can catch something before it becomes an issue.
I love it. Yes.
That's the biggest thing right there. I mean, you could be preventing your own heart attack.
Yes. Yes.
That's
I mean,
wonderful.
information is knowledge.
It definitely is. It definitely is. And it's undeniable knowledge. So what I want to do really quick is go over this with you, and look at the website, because I think the website is amazing. So if we put in, so I live near, hold on. I live near this area. Let's just put general wellness. Okay. So, but let me go back real quick.
Just click the icon in the corner, e-national testing. That'll be like the beginning of the website.
Okay. All right. So I want to go over the 3 simple steps. This is so easy. And I really, truly love this. So the testing is simple. You can test anywhere and anytime, right? But look at this. You have STD, general wellness, men's health, women's health. Women's health is complicated. Okay. Women's health, allergies and sensitivities, employment screenings, and you also have drugs, right?
Yes.
Oh my
Drug
gosh.
testing.
Right, drug testing. So let me go up. I'm going to put in a zip code near me. So I'm going to put, sorry, wrong one. Right? Okay. So that's something near me. Look at this. Like literally, it's like right there. Look at this one. These are 30 minutes out from where I am right now. 30 minutes out. So I could choose a lab, right? Select a test. I mean, you've done this so easy. You've made
Amazon.
this just so easy for me. So I'm going to choose women's health, right? Boom. I've chosen my lab. So women anti-aging, standard women's health panel, pregnancy, fertility tracking panel. That's big. That's big. And then you got completed women's health panel. Like, is that everything?
Oh, I'll break it down for you. You can see.
Oh, so some of this stuff here doesn't even really, like, you don't have to go to your doctor afterwards,
Mhm.
because you're just inquiring about certain things, unless it's something that's alarming. And then
Mhm.
that's good too, because you already got it.
Mhm.
It's done. Now, let me ask you a question. Does the doctor themselves have to go by this panel, or will they order another test?
No, because we're using the same labs they would use.
Oh, that is so good. That is so good. So you
They
don't have
they
to,
they
oh my
they're
gosh.
going to send not pretty much these are the national labs that
Mhm.
95% of doctors use anyway. So
Right.
this is probably often where they would send you to get it anyway.
So I'm going to go ahead and choose women's anti-aging, right? I've already
Okay.
got my test center, and the only thing I have to do now is just order it.
Then continue to check out. You can hit that. You don't have to check out.
Right. But look at that. It's that simple. It is
Yeah.
that simple. That is wonderful.
And then
Thank
you could change, yeah, you could change your location at the last minute if you change your mind, which location you want to go to. It's
Mhm.
really, it's Amazon-like.
And I like the fact that, let's say that you get sick or you get sick somewhere and you're at your granddaughter's house and they live across the country. You
Mhm.
literally can just put in their zip code and go there
Right. Anywhere, all 50 states.
anywhere, all 50 states. It's wonderful.
Proud
Wait,
of
wait,
this
wait.
big. No, I'm just saying we're really proud of this. This took a long time. It literally, to get everything set up, to get all the vendor relationships, took many, many years. Software, technology development to coordinate it all. But we're really, really proud. We wanted to really put out a product that made a difference in people's lives, make it, and also super affordable. So that it was really, to get this out and make it affordable, make it easy and painless. We want people to have no barriers to get this kind of testing.
I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different, and just don't forget to take your health into your own hands, even when you're not at your doctor's office, even when your appointment is like 3 months. Take it into your own hands to check up on yourself from time to time and see what you're making, see that progress, and be happy or change, whatever the case may be. I want to thank you guys again so much. Bye. Thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. Hit that notification bell so you'll be notified the next time that I upload. And don't forget to dare to be different. Until next time, guys.
I dare to be different. I dare to be different. I dare to be